Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Omega Files. I'm your host, Dr. Freedom. Tonight we've gathered to sit down and have a little discussion about the latest Doctor Who episode, Under the Lake. All right, let's get hellos from everybody. Let's start with Phillip.
Hello, I can swim.
And joining us, gone way too long, but now back, say hello, Nightwing.
Hello, I'm back for one night.
One night only. Okay, next up, AJ.
Hello, and who are you going to call?
All right, William.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
Okay, Elijah.
Hey.
Graham.
We were in an underwater base in Scotland and not one side of Nessie. Bugger that. How we doing, folks?
Ryan.
Hey guys, what's up? Unlike Phillip, I can't swim.
Okay. Bill.
Well, it seems that the Ghostbusters are based on Gallifrey.
All right, next up, Tim.
How you doing? I'm pretty sure Nessie will appear in part 2. So there you go, Graham.
Could be worse. It could be the Merca. All right, next. Say hi, Matt.
Oh, hello.
Okay, all right. Meanwhile, back at the podcast.
Alrighty now.
Okay, Under the Lake. Let's get opening thoughts. Let's start with Matt Rose first. Opening thoughts on Under the Lake.
You had to pick me, didn't you? Yes, I enjoyed it very much. Just to see the excitement of it all, I really think this is a very good story. Just another underwater siege. Funny enough, as the Underwater Menace is coming out on DVD soon, it's very nice to have another welcome back to the Under Siege locations. It was nice to see the guy from Torchwood again, Colin McFarlane. He was one of the crew members. I was shocked how he ended up the way he did. It's just great to see Capaldi just getting giddy over these creatures who he now believes are really dead ghosts and spirits. Yeah, and Clara trying to high-five him. I just laughed when he just left her. And she was like, come on, try to beg for it. The series is going really strong. It feels movie quality. I'm really loving the series and the feeling. It felt a bit claustrophobic. When we met a new unit operative tonight, so it was nice to see an ex-member of unit who's like the Doctor's biggest fan. So yeah, can't wait to see a bit more of it. It was just thrilling all the way through. Felt very old and new. Loved it.
Okay, next up, Texas Tim.
Well, I agree that they're going a little old and new, but yeah, I actually didn't really get to enjoy this properly yet. I'm going to watch it again because I had chronic interruptions as with the feed I was trying to watch and other things. But I enjoyed what I saw. I liked what I saw. It was it's pretty good. It's like really moody, like spooky. It was perfect for this time of year, with Halloween coming, to have a nice spooky ghost story. So I like that idea, and I like the way it ended. So can't wait to actually watch it proper, though.
Okay, next up, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I think horror is such a big part of Doctor Who, and here we've got a classic base under siege type story, and oh man, the ghosts were really scary looking. Had a nice level of humor to it, of course, from Capaldi mostly. But I felt that the characters were like really good. I was kind of irritated. Was that Reece Shearsmith?
No.
Wasn't it? Oh, okay.
No.
But I thought it was. Oh, wow. I look stupid now. But yeah, I was irritated by his character, but all the money thing. So I'm pretty sure it was the point that was supposed to be proven. But yeah, a really good, solid opener.
Wouldn't it be kind of weird to find out Vector Petroleum's a sub-company of Global Chemicals? Okay. Next up, Graham.
For me, eerie, atmospheric, right mood and tempo, as Tim alluded to for this time of year, being October, Halloween month. Can't grumble about the supporting cast. Loved the actress named escapes me, but even the chick who was, deaf with the sign language, she had a great prominent role in this episode. I loved that. The CGI on the ghosts, fantastic. And the thing that had me busting I got the most though was the cue cards, and he's got to reply to a certain thing. We've just lost our commander. Oh, I'm sorry, I'll help you deal with the death of your friend, loved one, or / pet. Really got a laugh out of that. So all in all, guys, and what can you say about that cliffhanger? All right, was it telegraphed? Some people will say yes, some people will say no. But it'll be interesting to see what happens before the flood next week. Bring it on.
All right. Next up, Vil.
Okay, there we go. I had to unmute. Well, yeah, I like the way the episode was going. I mean, it was kind of what you expected, Doctor Who, corridors of monsters, and, like other people have said, it was good timing since this is Halloween month. I'm kind of interested in the fact that the next part of the story takes place before this part. So I wonder if it's going to be that the Doctor had to make all of this happen.
That would be weird if it turns out to be a predestination paradox type thing, because that would really explain why the TARDIS is freaking out. So, okay. Next up.
Sorry.
My turn?
Yeah, your turn. Go ahead.
Let me check my cue card first.
Oh, God.
I'm very sorry for your loss. I'll do all that I can to solve the death of your friend / family member / pet. Yes, this episode was great. I loved it. Very spooky, watching in the dark with my projector. Very cool. Great special effects on the ghosts, and I can't wait for next week.
Can I just say, Elijah, thank you for making me look like a complete ass for misquoting the cue card.
Okay, next up, William.
Watching this episode, I actually forgot that it's a two-part story until the cliffhanger. Because the way the pace was going, I thought it was just on one episode. And it was a great start of a two-part. I can't wait to see what happens next week. The cue card joke, that was pretty funny. Well, was unusual is one unanswered question is about they only come out when it's nighttime versus daytime. So no, I hope that gets a little bit explained why is that.
But how can they tell underwater? They're all the way down there. How do they know if it's day or night?
No, it's the computer. Computer does it.
Oh, the computer. Okay.
That's the girl hacked it and she changed it.
Yeah, they just simulate a day and a night shift, so that way you keep a little orientation. That way you don't completely lose track of time and stuff like that, because that can lead to some very bad things. Okay, next up, AJ. Go, AJ.
Oh, yeah. This episode, I thought it was brilliant. It was well acted. The whole story's pace was quite even. I don't think they're really ghosts, though. I think they're just echoes of people that have been inhabited and echoed, but we'll see from next week. But overall, brilliant horror story, more or less.
Okay, next up, Nightwing.
I personally think this was a very good episode. Great first part of, and also the characters were brilliant. The humor was great, and personally think that the series is going in the direction that we want it to go. Well, I want it to go anyway. I watched the I know a bit off topic, but I watched the first 2 episodes earlier on today, and I will take back my if anybody saw it, I will take back that it was a slow episode, the first one. I expect this is aiming towards mostly towards Philip a little bit, because Philip had a go at me for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going in the great. It's going in the great good direction.
All right. Next up, Philip.
If I had a go at you, I apologise. I don't remember doing that, but never mind. Anyway, on to the story. I can't say that. I love this story. This was brilliant. This is Doctor Who for me. This is what I miss in Doctor Who: the tightness, the scariness, the threat. And I tell you what, the best thing about it, Capaldi, he sold me this time around. I couldn't get my eyes on it. Every time he was on, he just shone like nothing on earth. So I loved him. The last 2 weeks it was Missy that broke my soul. Today it's Capaldi. I like the story. The zombie or the ghost thing is a good idea. And as Graham said, the cliffhanger, I was like, what the beep? And I thought, oh my God. But what I found strange was in the trailer, Capaldi's still there as a doctor, but he's got a ghost. Whereas everybody else who's turned into a ghost are not alive. So I'll be interested to see how that's resolved in next week's episode.
Okay, well, I'm going to do like I did last week. I'm going to open up the floor. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. This is one thing I noticed throughout this episode. What the heck is wrong with Claire Oswald?
How do you say that? What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know, like she's willing to face danger instead of try to gather all those people that was there and easily escape with them, with the TARDIS. She wanted to face the danger head on.
Maybe it's a kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not going to affect Tony's death. Yeah, that's a good similarity. Yeah, it's a generally.
I was surprised that it seemed like they've gone from being, bossy control freak to adrenaline junkie. But I mean, that's kind of what they implied with this episode. But we don't really know how part 2 is going to reflect on it. So it's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't tell if that's where the direction the season is going, which I think they've implied before. But in general, yeah, it was kind of odd.
I know, yeah. Behavior was like, she's done a complete turnaround. No, she's no longer trying to control the doctor. She's the one who's trying to rush in first now, and that's what caught my attention.
And he called her out on it at one point, didn't he? He was telling her what's up with that.
Okay.
What was the phrase he used? I have a duty of care.
Yeah, I'm like,
here's the doctor.
Yeah.
But if you could go back to Into the Dark, it was like, she's my carer, so I don't have to. And now it's a reverse. I have a duty of care. It's like, wow, he's come full circle.
Yep.
Hated that episode.
I don't know. Oh, the other thing I found quite interesting is the hearing the cloister bell after so long. I thought, oh wow, cloister bell. So if the TARDIS is that frightened about the ghosts, what is it about them?
Well, I'd like to, 3 episodes in, it's kind of cool that we really haven't seen, them inside the TARDIS so much. It's more of just straight in the story, which is cool because you don't... I mean, the TARDIS is cool, but it's cool when you're not relying on the TARDIS so much. So
Yeah.
Although it did like a part, the doctor, his first scene with it is he's talking to the TARDIS, saying, what's up with that?
Yeah, that's right. You just stole my thunder there, Tim.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I concur with the man with the beard. That's all I'll say on that.
Well, made this one stand out is just the first episode, to my knowledge, that the doctor was in a spacecraft and the TARDIS was not able to translate what was written on the wall. It took him a while to realize what it was.
Hang on. That happened in Satan's Pit, didn't it?
Yeah.
Damn, no, Phillip stole your thunder there, man.
The hell are you, Phillip? I'm not having a good night, am I? Jesus.
Okay, Bill, you've been kind of quiet. What's your take on all this?
I'm still trying to figure out my take on all of this, to be honest with you. It definitely didn't have the pace of the last 2 episodes, but, it was building up to something, and at this point it's left me wanting to see what that is. So, it's definitely a good thing. I'm not complaining. And you know me, I'm always looking to see where Moffat's going to drop the ball, because every time that I expect something good, it happens.
Oh.
So, maybe this next one will complete the story in a good way, or maybe I'm going to come back and complain that I've been waiting a week for nothing.
Well, you need to blame that on Toby Woodhouse.
Yeah,
He's not writing the second part, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing both.
I think both these are his. These two.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, you got to remember, yeah, Woodhouse, he's brought us some, pretty spooky stuff before. God Complex, that was a pretty scary one there in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be
Taking
cool.
medication for that.
Yeah. Also, he also brought us School Reunion.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of got a, like, towards the start, there was kind of like a Mummy on the Orient Express vibe about it. I don't know. I saw the thing on the wall, and when I kind of thought, yeah, that's what kind of activates it in a way. I kind of thought Mummy a little bit. I don't know.
Can I just say though, is Colin McFarlane really typecast as military type figures? Jesus!
I get your point. Yeah, that's quite true, actually.
Yeah, Clint Fandango there. Wow.
Yeah, Clint Fandango.
I wonder what cards the Doctor has other than the my commiserations one. It'd be quite funny if he had one for Happy Birthday,
Well,
or like at a wedding, or
he had a good lot of them there. He just went through them all. He found the right one.
Yeah.
it was actually I find it quite funny that he's told Clara about them and she's just looking through them for him.
I love
We've had a second outing of the Sonic sunglasses. What does everybody actually think about them now? Because I'm not feeling them.
I find them quite funny. But it's weird because it's with Peter Capaldi's Doctor. He's older, yet behaves younger.
I don't really have an issue with them, Phil, because they're no long term.
I know, but I just I don't know what it is. I suppose I will get used to him as I got used to his dress sense.
Well, you got to give him credit because we know that they're Sonic, but if he went to if it was another military base and they searched them, they would have thought it was just regular shades.
Good point. Good point.
I dig the shades. I think that's something cool. That's something new that they're doing. Instead of just the standard waving the wand.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
That's Matt's fault, basically. So
It's cool that they have like little cameras inside of them that are relaying, the thing back to the.
Well,
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Instead of waving the wand, now he can go.
That's what happened in Witcher's Familiar, He took them right out from under Davros's nose, and Davros had no idea.
Yeah.
So they do have an element of, surprise.
Newness. It's new.
Yeah. Like,
Wearable technology. Yes.
Yep.
Now the question that since the doctor noticed in the ship that there was the body, the body was missing, and also one of the power thing. So he already found the body. So where's the other part for that craft that needs to be searched?
I have a theory feeling it's going to have something to do with part 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
If I could just say, did you notice in the painting of the dragon, did you notice the little boat next to it? When you first see it, you think they look like the crew of Star Trek because you got like a red shirt, a blue shirt, and a gold shirt. When you see it later with a close-up, you see kind of a black line going down, so it doesn't really. But my first thought was, what is the crew of Star Trek doing on a little boat next to a dragon? I mean, that's just pretty cool.
What?
It was kind of weird that when Clara and the Doctor first arrived and they walked past that warm Muriel, they didn't even give it a second look, and it's kind of weird. Probably the first thing I was like, what the hell is that, basically?
Your eye was drawn to it. You were supposed to look at it, but they weren't meant to.
But the set design for that story, I loved it. I like the way still lovely design.
Although in Magician's Apprentice, we had the token character death, and in this one we did as well. But
Okay.
This is Doctor Who. He really dies.
There is not the time of the token black character death. I don't know.
Oh.
Can we say that? Too late now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's already been established.
Yo. Oh, no, you didn't.
South Park.
Well, you knew from the promo pics that he was going to be one of the ghosts.
Yeah. Plus, you had several other characters. Well, at least one other, the guy with the out in the suit. The one everybody liked. He was earmarked to be killed from the beginning.
He was the red shirt, even though he was wearing the blue one. Yeah.
Died as well.
What was up with that? With the spacesuit, Williams, the deep side of, I can't say it. The diver suit one who was just about to kill the one with the hammer. The Williams quote, whatever that is, the hammer
He
thing.
nearly did, but why didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why didn't he? Why did he stop?
Maybe he's conscious that without that guy, that girl who's deaf wouldn't be able to communicate.
No, they have to
maybe
look at
he'll
the
have some
thing.
sort of part with that.
Yes.
All right, let's go to Ryan, then we'll go to AJ.
They have to look at the. They never stepped foot into the ship, and they didn't look at the symbols on the wall.
Exactly.
Remember, the Doctor and Clara, when they arrived, it didn't attack them. But then when they were looking at the things, it tried to kill them. Or they tried to kill them.
It's a conversion mechanism.
Yeah, a magnet.
Now, anyone else notice that the deaf lady is always keeping that one guy out of the ship?
Yeah.
Which guy?
He's got something to do with those.
Translator.
Well, I got that was her boyfriend or something.
Yeah, she won't let him go in it. That's kind of weird to me. I wonder what's up with that.
I enjoyed her performance, the deaf chick. She was good in this.
He was real good.
Yeah.
Is she actually a non-deaf person?
No, she's deaf, real life.
Oh, in real, I thought she was a non-deaf person when she played the role.
Yeah,
It's not Marley Matlin deaf, but she's deaf, man. You know what I mean?
I like when the Doctor said, "I can speak sign."
And he
No, I
tried.
can't.
And then he couldn't.
that's right. I deleted it for semaphore.
Shouldn't the TARDIS give him that capability as well?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, the thing I would have liked to have seen is when he puts the handbrake on the TARDIS when it's trying to take off, and then I'd like to see the handbrake come off again, and he, try to put it back a couple of times, and he goes, "Stop it! I'll weld it down if you don't stop it." I'd like to have seen that.
Okay, Elijah, you've been kind of quiet through this whole thing. Go ahead and throw some stuff out for us.
I don't know what to add, really.
Make something up.
Have you watched it?
Clem Fandango in it, yeah.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, that was cool.
And he could hear us. Yeah.
Yeah, he can hear us this time. Like Capaldi's outfit, very cool. Clara's outfit, cool as well.
What was that Clem? I didn't even recognize him.
I didn't either until I looked at the cast list, and he is in it.
Oh, there you go.
Let me see, what's his name?
Bonus.
Looked it up.
Yeah.
We can see you, Clem Fandango.
All right, guys. Can I remind the guys who's texting? It comes up on the video.
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah.
I think that's only live.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, okay. My bad.
Okay, and it turns out Top Hat Guy is an alien.
Yeah.
Yes. What's the creature's name? What are the species again?
Oh, heck, I can't remember how he pronounced it. Anyone catch it?
No, I just referred to
Is
this old man.
was it referring to the same species that was in the God Complex?
Yes.
yeah.
It kind of looks.
Okay.
David Williams, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Oh, he was one of those people. So,
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
variant, but yeah.
What I find funny is the movie Cabin in the Woods survives into the 22nd century.
yeah.
Yeah. Forgot.
I find it funny that the deaf girl was trying to be angry, but it came off as like, and the guy didn't even use the same tone of voice as what she was
Well,
trying to.
excuse him for being a crap translator.
No, but he should have used the right tone of voice with it.
But he's not angry. The chick is.
Yeah.
The Cabin in the Woods just does that with a neck, and it's hilarious.
I wonder why the ghosts cannot talk. They move their lips, they keep repeating the same words, but you couldn't hear nothing coming out of their mouth.
I'm interested why they didn't kill the guy when the one had the rat shit.
I want to say that he would be a translator for them in the next episode.
Angel Bob.
Angel Bob.
I found the species of that alien. It's called a Tibolian.
Tibolian, that's it. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
I like
the guy.
I like the callback to 42, the episode 42, when he's like, "I'll come back, I'll save you," when they're separated by the.
Yeah, I got that vibe as well, especially with the doors opening and shutting at 42 as well. You know.
Yeah.
I got like a kind of deep breath vibe as well, except he says he's coming back instead of just leaving her. I don't know, I kind of thought that as well.
Good to see the Sucky Paper make a reappearance.
Aye.
Sucky
But,
Paper.
Good to know. Good to know in the 22nd century that unit is still around.
True. And they
Very
recognise
true.
the-
Oh, somebody's yelling again.
Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, to me, it doesn't look like it was a spaceship. I thought it was more of a prison ship, personally, because it was really sparse on the inside of it.
Oh, hang on. Oh.
Well, it was small. Yeah,
It could be like a shuttlecraft, part of the whole. If you know what I mean? It could be just a little part of the whole ship.
It looked almost kind of like a medical bay or something.
Yeah, kind of like that, medical table.
Yeah, it's an escape pod.
Maybe the aliens are into the tiny house movement.
You never know.
Now, was it just me, or did anyone else think, my God, that looks like a shuttle off the Enterprise?
Yeah.
Oriented, and I got that vibe off that ship. I'm like, well, okay, this does look like a shuttlecraft of some kind.
Well, maybe it ties
Well,
into the dudes in the paint.
shirts.
Maybe
Maybe
it's something.
All right, what was that, Tim? I missed that.
Maybe it ties in with the dudes in the painting. Maybe it's a Star Trek crossover. I mean,
Maybe it's something similar to like the Chula warship from the Empty Child.
Oh, good point.
Well, what if it's a hearse?
Uh-oh.
could be.
Oh yeah, that mean that body inside is dead.
Will we happy with the translation, the writing, that it was coordinates?
It kind of, you know what? For me, it kind of looked Norse for me at first because I remember Curtis Fenric with the writing, the way it's stylized.
Here's the thing. That case is made to make us think that the Fisher King's going to be locked in it, but I suspect that it's actually going to be the Doctor, and it's how he survives whatever happened.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
was thinking that too, yeah.
Cool.
That's a good shout, though.
I never thought of that. Oh.
Another thing I liked in this was when the Doctor was figuring out where these coordinates led to, and he was using like the apples and the balls and whatever he had to kind of explain, okay, so this means that, this means that. That was cool.
Here's a question. When they was gonna send another ship down, and because they received distress call, I don't know if they mentioned it or they haven't, or they did not. Who was the one that sent the distress call?
Oh, the ghost.
Weren't the bodies, weren't the zombified bodies acting as the distress beacon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more you kill someone, the more you kill members, the stronger the signal
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, the ghosts wanted those guys to come down so they could whack them and increase the signal strength, is what it was.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Doctor even said that.
And did anybody catch his unit reference number? That's the first time I've heard that in a while.
Yeah.
Was it the same?
It's
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, the applesauce bit.
Apple, yeah.
Also, the reference, once again, we have the deadlock seal making a reappearance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which means you can't use a sonic screwdriver.
Well, he hasn't got that anymore. It's just something shady. Yeah.
Sonic Sunnies.
Okay, so an intriguing episode all around. Back to the base under siege format, and I guess we're going to have to sit back and wait for part 2 to get some answers. That's the only thing I can say.
Yep.
Well, it was similar to the last two-parter as well, because you really couldn't tell what you're going to get in the second half and the first half of that two-parter. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here, except probably more a little timey-wimey since the next part takes place before this one somehow. But
Okay, what do you want to say, AJ?
I was going to say, I had an idea about why they appear only at nighttime and not during the day, which they even reference in the story is during the daytime, all the door seals are checked every 2 seconds, so there's an electronic pulse going through the entire base. But at nighttime, it stops. Maybe
So
it's
you-
like
So it's an interference thing for them.
it's right, like the Faraday cage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
They'd be blocking like their signal trying to transmit inside the base.
Now, how many people here were about to wee themselves when Mr. Wetsuit Ghost had that dude up against that airlock door with that wrench in his hand?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Nobody caught it. I'm interested why they didn't whack him.
Because he didn't look at the writing.
Oh,
No,
so
he was saying something in his mouth, like maybe he was making a prayer or something. And
no, but maybe AJ's right. I mean,
He
AJ's
didn't look
right.
at the writing.
He's the only one that hasn't been right in his life.
Yeah,
Just
Brian
like-
said
well, just like whenever they first encountered the Doctor and Clara, they hadn't been in there yet and looked at it yet. So that's why they just kind of looked at them and ignored them whenever they
Good
first
point.
ran.
All right, well done, AJ.
and Ryan said it first. I backed him
Right.
up.
All right, well, whoever said it first, kudos.
Well, yeah, well caught. So for some reason, anyone who reads that writing is going to get whacked by the ghosts. They don't like that.
Yeah. Well, they've got to see the coordinates, isn't it? So,
And
Sounds like the whip angle effect.
then,
But they need people to read it so they can convert them into their kind and have them be transmitters.
That's right.
It has to happen.
oh yeah, just as a side note, I got a kick out of the Clockwork Squirrel reference. That's one of the things that apparently Jenna Coleman took with her when she left.
well, when the Peter Andre reference came in, I wanted to kill Peter Andre.
God damn you, Peter Andre.
How dare he be mentioned in an episode of a classic British institution like that?
And he was on the same night tonight as well as being mentioned, so he's getting.
I don't give a rat's ass. He's never got my TV too.
I was waiting for Death's merciful hand.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, so we got the Doctor acting a lot, trying to be a bit softer. Then you've got Clara, who's completely off the wall. And then we throw him into this base under siege with ghosts. Oh, go ahead, Graham.
No, I was doing the high five then. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone else think that mold all over the base might play a part of this?
The mold.
Yeah, didn't you see on the walls speckled with mold and everything?
But that's to do with being on the sea, isn't it?
Yeah, but
That's what he said. That's how he knew they were underwater, I think, when they first get there. But
yeah, but for an undersea base, you think it'd be better sealed against moisture than that.
Oh, yeah. And I just have to give praise and shout out to the Mork reference with the coffee to demonstrate how long they've been. 7 hours, I'd say. Yeah.
Consider it was 3 days.
Was it 3 days? 7? Oh, I'm having a bad night.
No. The doctor said it was 7 hours.
But it was 3 days.
When he lands in the TARDIS, it says 3 days later.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's not necessarily an error because you don't know. I mean, those people were still doing whatever they were doing before they got there. So you know what I mean?
They probably came on the daytime, ate, and left that coffee and ran back.
All right, my bad. No, I apologize.
Yeah.
If the night and day system can be controlled, why not switch it to day like all the time?
Well,
You don't want to allow it.
They
They
can't
need to sleep, right?
Guided by the ghosts.
They need to sleep, don't they? So they can't have all the engine noises on all the time.
Yeah.
The computer would never allow it
It will
anyway.
run out of nuclear power as well.
Anyway, they got caught in the room. They locked in that room.
Yeah, the Faraday cage.
Yeah, so they can't come out. So
Obviously not for that long, because 7 hours at least.
Well,
Okay, we've gone over a lot of the good stuff. And is there anything in this episode anybody didn't like?
One minor wee thing, as I say, it was my fault for watching it. The next time trailer kind of
Yeah, I was
ruined the cliffhanger for me.
So don't bring it up.
I didn't. I'm just saying.
I got it. That's the same for me. I mean, the trailer, next time trailer, just sort of like, this is the impact of the cliffhanger for me.
Yeah, in a way, I see why.
Yeah. That was it.
So in a way, it did kind of give something away there, yeah.
I think what I didn't like is that Clara's alive and well.
Oh, we know that.
Oh.
Maybe.
I was like, high five me if I'm around at the end of the season. The doctor's like,
Nope. Yeah.
Don't worry, Phil. 7 more episodes and you get your wish.
Okay, Nightwing, anything? You've been kind of cool.
Episode.
No, I just wanted to say that, like Graham, I watched the next time trailer, but I'm more intrigued about what's inside that case. I've got a theory, but I'll probably send it to one of you guys to talk about, or maybe bring ahead or something, because I won't be able to be on next week.
it's going to be.
Well, you can tell us now what you think, what your theory, what you think it might be.
Yeah, I think it's the doctor that's inside of it. Because
Yeah, I agree with Ryan on that. I think it is. I think
my
it's,
theory, another theory is that because that the doctor's inside of it, the ghost is somewhat of a projection of what's. I think it's like maybe he's thinking that he's outside of the box.
I was thinking outside the box.
Yeah, but it's like a projection. That's probably what like.
Oh, he means the doctor the doctor that showed up at the end of the episode.
Well, you know what?
Maybe the aliens figured out that a Time Lord would be a perfect battery.
Well, you know, if it turns out that's the case and he's, instigated the whole thing by being in the box, yada, 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 all I can say is he's channeling his inner McCoy.
Yeah, but if he's in the box, right, where's the original occupant? That's what I want to know.
No, the problem is if he's in the box, where's the other two people that went with him?
Yeah.
Maybe they died when the dam broke.
Either that or they locked in the TARDIS.
Yeah, and then he's stranded without the TARDIS as well in the prison.
I think that the body of Leonardo DiCaprio is in the box.
Oh,
Well, one can only
He's the Wolf of Wall
Fish
Street.
food, that's what he is.
I thought that was like,
oh gosh, sorry.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
You just put this scene in my mind I didn't want to imagine. Draw me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Or the surrender monkeys. Yeah.
We're in the Sonic Sunnies.
Yeah.
what do we have here, Bill? Can barely make it out.
dots, really.
To join.
Lots of dots.
Oh, dots. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, there's a little bit of artwork there.
Shameless plug.
Multitasking.
Okay, so all around, it's a nice build-up to what, is going to probably look like a really exciting conclusion. All right, we've wrapped about. All right, do you have something else you want to bring up, Ryan? Because you had your hand up. Or?
Oh, no, I was just fixing something up
Oh,
here.
okay. Well, unless there's anything else anyone wants to discuss, let's go ahead and rate the sucker, okay? All right, let's start with, we'll start with Texas Tim. How do you rate this one out of 10?
I can't possibly rate it at this point. Like I said, it was interrupted quite a few times for me, and I can't wait to see it properly. But I mean, like I said, I liked what I've seen so far. It's hard to rate the beginning of a two-parter anyway, so I'll just have to skip the rating this week, and I'll get back with you next time.
Okay, what about you, Vil?
I'm giving it a tentative 6. It could go up or down depending on what I see for the next half.
Okay, Ryan?
Usually I like to give episodes another watch, but I've only been able to watch this one once, but I was really impressed with what I saw. I think horror and Base Under Siege go hand in hand perfectly well. I mean, just look at Midnight. That's one of the best of the new series. And this one, it's not quite on that level, but I give this an 8.
Well, to be fair about that, from what we've seen with the prior 2 episodes, they're going to have to go through a lot of shit to top those.
Yeah, true. Because that opener was really, really good. I gotta agree with you on that.
But it wasn't like there was a drop in quality this week, though, was there?
Oh, no, by no means.
Yeah.
By no
I
means.
was referring to a plot device.
Oh, the Dalek sewers.
What a crap topic of conversation.
That was really smitty. Okay. Next up, Elijah.
First watch, I'm gonna have to give this one. Well, at first I said a 10 out of 10, but for now a 9.5 because I'm gonna give it another watch and then I'll compare it to what part 2's like. So 9.5 for now.
Okay, what about you, Graham?
Suspenseful, eerie, atmospheric, can't grumble whatsoever. Good build up for what's to come. On first viewing, 8.5.
Okay, what about you, William?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Graham. I'm gonna give it a 8.5. Having that actress, the deaf actress, made this episode real good. I can't wait to see it next week.
All right, what about you, AJ?
Yeah, gritty, dark, 9 out of 10 for me.
All right, Nightwing?
I'm going to give it a 9, and then if the 2 parts are good, I'm going to rate them together as, but at the moment, a 9.
All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had something to add to that?
Because I'm probably going to have to watch it on catch-up, depending on what time I finish.
All right. What about you, Philip?
Well, initially I gave it a 10 out of 10 when I finished watching it first time around. I watched it a second time around. I'm going to give it an 8.5 just for being part one of a whole story. And big props to Capaldi for me because he stole my heart today. So, yeah, good man.
Okay, yeah, just because this is an opener, but we've seen some intriguing things, things that are mysterious, things that we're looking forward to seeing a conclusion to. I think I'm going to toe the party line and stick with an 8.5. I agree with y'all. I think that could go up, though, depending on how they conclude this one. So, but so far, really good start. But okay, now before we go, now let's talk about the news, shall we? Okay, look at this. Now, I want to get everyone's honest reaction to this.
Class. It's going to be class.
Hang on. We see me squat. Feature length special.
Bullshit. Really?
What?
But you know what? Come on, guys. The Mirror was right about the some things, so maybe.
No.
That's today's paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Today's toilet paper. Yeah.
Look at it. Mirror, website of the year.
Yeah.
See, right there, that's false.
Well, you see, the thing that intrigues me the most about this, because we're going to talk about this briefly before we close, is the fact that, wait a minute, the show is sucking so bad that they've created a spinoff for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one.
That's
That's a two-edged sword.
Not only that, if you pay attention to the ratings, as the actual ratings they have been, all that doom and gloom for the past 2 weeks ended up being false, as you've proven on your cast, and even into, again, nobody takes into effect the whole rugby thing, and the show ain't going anywhere. If they take a break next year, that's just them taking a break. It ain't going anywhere yet. So.
That is what this is all about. It's only because we're saying they could be taking a break and they're making it more bigger than what it actually is.
They could do what they did with David Tennant.
That's what they're doing, Daniel.
How they generate. They could just do what they did with Tennant. Have 4 specials.
They've got more than 4, but no.
I'm still hearing 6 and a Christmas special. At least that's what the guys I'm talking to are saying.
That's not too bad.
That's not bad at all. But that's what you get.
No, but you know what? It's typical journalism. They're taking something that could literally might happen, and they've spun it in a way where it's just bullshit, nonsense, and clickbait.
Yeah, plus, given when we found out the finals on the one were almost $6.5 million, and that's going up against the Rugby World Cup tournament.
Yes.
So I'd say the show's still doing pretty good considering what they've got it airing against.
And if you actually read that article, it bloody well shoots down its own theory, because it even says it's the BBC's biggest selling drama, earning an estimated $60 million a year.
Easily.
They won't scrap it if it's earning them that much money.
That pokes a huge hole in your logic, dumbasses.
Plus the fact that now we have the Lego Dimensions tie-in. Plus we got Lego sets coming out for Doctor Who soon. It's like, come on. You know, I don't see where they're getting this. The show's going to get scrap crap.
Plus
What we really need is Dimensions in Time Part 2.
Oh my God.
You next, AJ. Go ahead.
I was going to say, plus those 2 Doctor Who festivals in November, one for the UK and one for Australia.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see the ratings for tonight's episode, considering how late it started.
It'll be the same as last week because the England game was on top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, but it was now earlier before last week.
The only thing is that the ratings went up in the United States in BBC America.
Yeah. The ratings are still doing phenomenally well on BBC America, Space, as far as I know, and on ABC in Australia. So the show's still doing fantastic internationally.
Can I just, for all these doomdays and naysayers, and the unlikely event one day BBC don't want the show, there's online streaming services. Go suck an egg.
Exactly. I don't think the BBC I don't think the BBC is going to be stupid enough to dump Doctor Who in light of look what happened when they decided we're getting rid of Ripper Street. No, Amazon stepped in and said, well, we'll pick up the tab for you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, but they brought it back.
Yeah, no, what they did was if you watch it on Amazon, you get an hour and 5, sometimes an hour 6 minutes. But if you watch, what they do is then months later they air it on BBC and you only get the 1 hour episode, 55 minutes.
Yeah,
So-
it was good. This last series was good. It had
But that was Amazon's money.
and what's the guy called from Jerome? What's his name?
No, but that's Amazon's money, Daniel. That's the point. It's nothing to do with the BBC.
What about
Yeah,
Top Gear? Where's Top Gear is now going to be
No, who
making...
gives a shit about Top Gear? Sorry, man, my bad.
No, but it's like, what was it? I was watching, what was it? Have I got news for you? And Jeremy Clarkson kept taunting the guests, saying that he was making like £60 million off Amazon. And that he was just, I can't remember how much.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
money.
Doctor Who isn't going anywhere. I mean, it's going to outlive everybody here, including Elijah. So there you go.
Yeah, Elijah will be attending the 100th anniversary long after we've all shut him off our motor.
He'll be on with the 56th Doctor while we're all rotting in the ground, you know.
Actually,
Oh, come on.
I said it was the 7th Doctor, Graham.
Yeah.
I'm going to harvest enough clones to make sure that I'm there for the 300th anniversary.
Okay, now before we go, I want to talk about it since I didn't get a chance to do this last night. I was thinking about doing a cast last night, but then I was like, heck, we'll just talk about it today. Let's talk briefly about Class.
I knew you'd bring that up.
I know it's early days yet, but what's your first impressions of this? It's going to be set around Coal Hill School. Apparently, it's going to be some kind of monsters and blah 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 coming out. I don't know. 8 45-minute episodes to start, so they've got to be putting some money into this thing. And then we have Patrick Ness behind it, a guy who's also written the ebook for Peter Davison. I think it was Tip of the Tongue for the 50th anniversary year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What anybody want to throw in on that? Who wants to start?
I'll go ahead. Personally, I think that since it's set in Coal Hill School, we're going to see yet another wasted opportunity to have Ian Chesterton involved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always get annoyed when they go to that school and they never show Ian.
I don't think they ever will. I don't think they'll ever
Depends who
do
they
that.
use.
They wouldn't
as
do it.
the
They
main
wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Depends who they use as the main character. Will they bring back Courtney?
Yeah, I reckon they
I
will.
love that.
Who wrote
Make
the caretaker
in
again?
the 1980s, and there'll be a girl there named Dorothy McShane.
No, the only thing that has been confirmed by Patrick Ness, and I know Vil will like this, no, Clara Oswald will not be involved in it.
Well, yeah, she will be gone by the time but it airs.
Who wrote the caretaker again?
Oh, that
Gareth
was...
Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Didn't
you.
he say that the one of the reasons Ian wasn't in the caretaker was because he said that deserves to have its own story? Well,
No,
now
it said,
that
no. It said it would detract for the story.
Yeah.
then it should be its own thing or something along those lines. Yeah.
Well,
now there's a
They've got
show.
Basically, how many episodes did they say they were going to be doing?
8.
So they're going to have 8 original monsters.
I don't know. Who knows?
So what kind of show it is?
Yeah, I think they're going to have some sort of time fisher stuck around Coal Hill School to have all those monsters come into it.
I'd like to see Sontarans.
For me, I'll get a watch. I'll get a crack of the whip, but it might be okay. But is it necessary? I don't know. I just have to check it out.
If I could just say, I'm just surprised at the knee-jerk reaction to the whole thing, because it seems like, hello, why worry about it? It's not for another year anyway, and it just seems like everybody's like ready to hate on it, because
but Tim, it could be throwing good money after bad.
What are they throwing after? This is a new series.
To be fair, that can be said for any TV show, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
The only thing we hope.
It's always-
Go ahead, finish.
I just want to say it's always a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
The only thing we hope is it doesn't be a Buffy copycat. That's it.
Okay, AJ, you got your hand up. What is it?
Yeah, I was just going to say, to me, it sounds like it's just going to be a school-based Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah.
I don't know so much.
The point is that we don't know exactly what it's going to be, but yeah, you're probably right. Even if it was a Buffy ripoff, that was almost 20 years ago, or not. Well, how long has that been since Buffy started? So
97.
87. So yeah, they remake things all the time, or they reimagine. They do. Nothing's new anymore. I mean, go look at what movies are coming out.
Do we actually need it? That's what I'm saying. Why take away from Doctor Who? Why take away from Doctor Who?
Philip, you could have said that in 2013 when they threw all that money at Atlantis, and nobody really wanted that either. I mean, in other words, it's the BBC. They don't, when they make a new program, they're not taking money away from Doctor Who. It's just Doctor Who has its budget, and they get what they get. So if it's a new program,
you're only paying 30 cents out of your monthly tax to BBC.
I understand that, Roger, and that's fine by me. I can pay
it's like
£12.
they didn't take money out of Doctor Who to make Torchwood, did they? And look how that didn't really turn out that well.
Out of pay tax.
Series 3.
Yeah.
But
Don't say that on camera.
Doc said, it's a roll of the dice. Sometimes you get a Torchwood, sometimes you get a Sarah Jane Adventures. I mean, you never know.
I look at it this way. Now, like I said, I'm a bit skeptical, but at the same time, a lot of fans have been jumping up and down for the last few years going, where's my spin-off? I need something to watch when Doctor Who's not on. Think of it as that. It's going to give you a little extra something, when you're waiting for the main show to come back. Oh, sorry, Bill, go ahead.
Yeah, Anthony was saying that they were talking about doing a Missy spin-off.
Yeah.
Likely.
I doubt it'll happen, but Michelle Gomez said she'd love to do one.
Oh, a miniseries.
That would destroy her character if they did that, because you want
How
to
do
keep
you know that?
Yeah, how you know that?
Because you want to keep the character of Missy on a certain level pegging. If you give her her own show, she could end up being a caricature.
For once, I kind of agree with you. She works in the context of the main show. If you gave her own thing, it probably wouldn't work. I mean, she works as the Patty to the Doctor, and that's pretty much how the Master has always been.
I don't know. Maybe we might see her again before the end of the season. The only reason I'm saying that, though, now, like I said, the only reason I'm even speculating on that is because last night I popped in Flatline. And there was a scene in there when she's looking at an image of Clara and going, Clara, I've chosen well. And then in this last episode, my brain's breaking down. That was familiar. She said, "This is why I chose her."
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also a bit. I caught it watching Which is Familiar when they're walking in the sand. She calls. She says to her, she says something similar to daughter. I was thinking, what? Like, just the way she was acting with Clara made me think, what?
Yeah, you're right. I called that with the way she was acting with Clara when she was in the Dalek. And she's almost over caring with Clara in the Dalek.
No, remember she name dropped that she had a daughter, which had everybody freaking out.
Yeah.
So.
Philip.
Yes, sir.
Make your own stick.
Oh.
Don't touch my stick unless you're actually going to kill me.
I just love Missy if she was kind of like an Anthony Ainley deal, popping up almost all the time, because I mean, it's Anthony Ainley. He was awesome. And Roger Delgado, you know, the Master popping up frequently. It was a...
If nobody else is going to do it, I'll do it. I'll show some love for Eric Roberts. I will dress for the occasion.
Oh, high heels. Thank you, Graham.
Jeffrey Beavers.
Alex McQueen.
I meant in the terms of, like, you know, popping up frequently.
Hello, you. Okay.
This
Okay. Okay, well, we've rated it. We talked about it. Now, we've also talked about, you know, class. We've also had a little bit more speculation about what's going on with Missy, what's going on with Claire and all that. Heck, let's go ahead and let's bring this sucker to a close. Let's get farewells from everybody. Let's start with Texas Tim. You can say bye now, Tim. I think
he's lost in thought.
I think he's frozen. Let it go.
No.
Don't go in the light.
Okay, now I guess
That's what happens when you quote Eric Roberts. Great.
Okay, I guess next we'll go to Ryan.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a blast as always. I'm really looking forward to next week and discussing that episode a bit more.
Okay, say goodnight, Tim.
Peace.
Next up, Vil.
Well, I've got Hatshepsut here. That's right. There's a cat in the video, so your ratings just went up. Okay. But Hatshepsut doesn't seem to be very vocal right now. Oh, there we go. Overall, yeah, it was great being on again. Thanks for having me. Can't wait for next week, and then I can give you a rating for this episode that will actually mean anything, as well as one for next week's episode. Yeah, and apparently she has a rating.
Okay, next up, Elijah.
Okay, let me check my cue card.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
No one is going to be eaten, vaporized, exterminated, upgraded, possessed, mortally wounded, turned into jelly. We'll all get out of this unharmed.
That's what they all say. Okay, next up, Grant.
Night-night, dearies. See you next week for the Fisher King.
And William.
Thank you for having me here. Hope to be here next week.
AJ.
Catch you guys next week for next week.
Philip.
Thank you for having me. Good night, and I'll see you next week for my block toilet adventure before the flood.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Nightwing.
Thank you for having me. Maybe I could get on again before the end of the series, but I'm not holding... well, let's just see. But thank you again.
Okay, on behalf of myself, the rest of the panel, everybody take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. See you all next week.
Bye, Molly.
Tink, tink.
Bye-bye.
Ting, ting.